Hi, today on 3 Men in an Oven we're going to show you how to cook this really tasty and simple omelette.
So what are we actually saying here? Because I forget the whole point of that.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. What we're doing here is we're introducing what we're doing today.
Oh, right.
And throwing it back and forth with a little bit of discussion.
Yes, that's what that was.
So, Stuart, what are you doing today for us?
Today, I'm going to be cooking a ham and cheese omelette. Something very simple, but quite straightforward and easy to make.
Fantastic. So why ham and cheese?
Shows the basics of the omelette. You know, it's something kind of that you can cook in, say, about 15 minutes. It's a really short prep time. It's one of those meals where you come in from work, you're shattered, you want something quick, you make this, and then that's you sorted for the rest of the night you go.
Okay, well let's see you do it.
Magic. Okay, so we're going to be using a 3-egg omelette. Now, I've got my bowl here that's already pre-prepared. So there we go, egg one. Now, in my bowl, I've actually already put a dash of water. Well, I say a dash of water. I put about a tablespoon of water in. It's something I've always done. When I learned how to make an omelette, that's exactly what I did to begin with. I'm not exactly sure on the theory of why it works, but it seems to work. I think it binds things together a wee bit better. Now, I've got my eggs in there. And the next thing I'd like to put into it is a dash of salt. As I try and work. Whoa! That's more than a dash, but you get the idea. Okay, that's a bit odd, but it'll do. Just a squishy thing. Now there we are. We've got the eggs, bit of salt, bit of pepper, 3 eggs and water, and then I just mix it together. Now I think this is a part where people start to make mistakes. You want it to be a nice uniform colour all the way through. Now I think it's getting towards the right idea with it. I'm not sure if you can see it. Now, if you got a good idea there, you can start to see the kind of colour I'm looking for in there. Nice, whisked up quite well. I think it's a lot better with a fork than it is with a whisk, but it's personal preference. That's how I've always done it. Now, if you can see there, that's starting to look to me like the right kind of texture and analysis we're wanting to do it at, but you get the idea what I'm on about. I'm just take this back down here, a last wee look, and I think we're ready for the next stage. Now we come to the final stage, the cooking of the omelette. Now we've got my pre-prepped eggs there, and I've got some ingredients to the side. I've got cheese and I've got ham. Now my pan has been prepped and it's heating nicely there. So I'm now going to go ahead and put in a dollop of butter just into the middle of it there, just to get it going. Now you hear it frying there, it's a bit hot, but you want it to be hot. You just want a nice dusting of the butter across the base of the frying pan. It'll help the omelette not stick, and it adds tea butter in as well. Now an alternative you can use for this is oil. I sometimes quite like getting a bit of sunflower oil, just give it a light dusting. Again, it just helps with the non-sticking of it. Just let that get melted there. There we go. Now as you can see there, it's starting to bubble just nicely across the top. You really wanted to get to about that stage. And at this point now, I think we're just about set to put the omelette in. Now if you excuse me, there we go, our lovely pre-prepped omelette. As you can see there, and I've got my fork still. So here goes nothing. So there we are, just right across the bottom of the oven. And also what I think sometimes nice to do is just go in like that. Just make sure you stroke it through a wee bit. You can see that it's already starting to stick to the side, it's already going, which is excellent. In fact, I might even be able to go straight to it. I'm going to spot my plastic spatula. As you can see there, it's plastic. Just makes things a wee bit easier. So I always go with this technique. Just make sure it's not sticking to the sides. You want it in towards the middle. It'll look a bit runny now, but it is cooking. Don't worry about that. But of course, any doubts, just be careful. So, you can see that you can hear it start to bubble. We turn the oven hob a wee down a wee bit. There we go. Just watch it nicely go in there. You'll start to see some bubbles forming through it. That's good. That means it's not sticking to the bottom. It means we've got a bit of cooking going there. I'm just shuffling it about a bit on the hob here. Come on, you're alright. You're okay. There we go. Look at that. I'll give it just a wee fraction longer and we'll be ready for the ingredients. Now, as I said at the start of the video, it's a cheese and ham omelette. So we've pre-prepped some cheddar cheese. There we are here. And of course we've pre-prepped some ham. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold these into the omelette. Right. We can put some cheese and ham into it now. So as I said, I'm going to fold these in. So I'll put them into this side of the bowl. So there we go, just a nice wee sprinkling of the cheese across it. You don't need too much. So that looks like it's going to be hunters to us. With luck. And of course the same idea with the ham, as you can see there. Just a wee bit of pre-cut ham. It's just cooked ham, just nothing more than that. Just that should be hunters, if I'm being honest. There we go. So there we are, that's now starting to go. Oh, there we go. Right. If you just get under this bit here, and just to nicely try and nicely ease it across. This is not how you nicely ease it across. I'll just fold this bit into the side here. I accept it. So as you'll see here, we're right at the end of the cook. It is nicely cooked, and yeah, I think we're just about ready to start plating this up. You'll see there, I've just kept it on the bottom, so it's on its side there. I don't know if you can just see on the camera there, but it is very, very nice and brown and cooked on the bottom there. So it's nicely done, it's cooked right through it, but it's nice and plain on the top. That's my personal preference. Other folk like putting it under an oven and grilling it and all sorts. It's up to you, but I think keeping it simple like this means you can get it straight out onto the plate. So that's our next stage. And here we are, the final plating up of our cheese and ham omelette. Pre-plate plate. Nothing special with that, I've not heated it or anything. Just ease it quite nicely out there, and there we go. An omelette for one. Perfect. So here we go. Final test. The taste. Make sure it's alright. Lovely and cooked all the way through it. There we go. Right, that's perfect.
Hang on a minute, can I try some?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Try
well,
it. See
you
what you
know,
think.
better
Let me know.
Well, you can scoff the whole bloody thing otherwise. So, let's see what this goes like. Not bad, mate, not bad. You've done a good job.
Not too bad at all, isn't it?
So what would you do differently next time?
Next time, I probably wouldn't panic as much as I did with the pan.
Okay.
And that's fair enough. Also, I think next time, I would consider adding a couple extra ingredients,
Okay.
if I'm being honest.
What sort of things?
Well, personally, I quite like putting a bit of red and yellow pepper into it.
Let's sneak another bit.
I quite like putting red, yellow pepper into it. I think a bit of pepper fried up and bunged in works quite well. Another one I think is quite good, a bit of chorizo. Fry up some chorizo, stick it in there. It does really work really well. And enjoying it alright, yeah?
Yes.
That was my tea. And the other one that always works quite well is mushrooms. That does come down to personal preference. I know a lot of people do not like their mushrooms.
Now, I'm a big fan of spring onions. I put something like that in there, or maybe some tomatoes, give it a bit of colour, some flavour, because at the moment it's lovely, but it's quite yellow, and there's just a little bit of meat in there. So for me, I'd probably put some greens, some reds, just something beautiful, just to give it some colour and some fragrance. Maybe a bit of chive on the top, you know, something like that.
I think you can definitely glam it up a lot on top. I mean, we have just taken it out, like I said, very plain on top. I think you can definitely start dressing it up the kind of after meal kind of prep, after cooking prep, should I say?
Yeah.
It does work. There's so many things you do. It's such a flexible dish.
Oh, absolutely. What are you doing? Oh dear.
It's so good.
Right, guys, thank you for watching. That's been 3 Men in an Oven. I hope you really enjoyed it. If you've got any feedback, any comments, or dishes you want to see from us next time, put them in the comment section below. We'd love to hear from you. This channel is there to entertain you, to inform you about stuff. So, you know what? We feed off what you give us, as you're probably going to feed off what we give you. So, let us know. But for now, thank you.